We're looking at all the top draft prospects in this year's NFL draft, but let's dive into Will Howard. What do you like about his game?
Winner, chicken dinner, man. Won it all. Got the big ring. Played good at crunch time situations when they had to have it. Not against Michigan, though. He didn't play worth a damn against Michigan, and they lost to Michigan again. However, he overcame that loss, took Ohio State on his back with those unbelievable receivers that he has.
And
the
running backs.
Unbelievable running backs that he has. And his athleticism, and took him to the national championship. So, yeah, he's got a combination, again, like a Jackson Dart, the ability to throw, the ability to hurt you with his legs. A little bit more athletic than Jackson, but he's got a skill set, a winning attitude, a tough mentality, a physical presence, coached by Chip Kelly, who's now where?
Raiders.
So, yeah, he's had good coaching. He's won a lot of football games. He's tough and, got some flaws.
6'4", 240.
Big son of a gun, man. Big.
Huge.
I don't like quarterbacks at the combine that wear muscle shirts. He wore a muscle shirt. I think that's why he had a bad combine. I really do. So don't wear a muscle shirt. It looks stupid.
It's unnecessary.
You're not that big.
Talk to me about him just as a pure thrower of the football. What does it look like to you? Like you're one of the best evaluators on the planet. Tell me about that.
Well, if I'm going to rank pure throwers of the football, Will Howard will not even come up in the conversation.
Even with the guys in this draft?
That's not too bad. He got a little quick pop to him. I thought you were talking about it in the history of the game.
No. I'm talking about these. Sometimes it's hard to explain, but like separation between like legs and shoulders. Like a whip. Sometimes I feel like he's lunging the ball. Right, and you lose a lot when you're pushing the ball down the field when you throw it. It's not as quick, right? That's what I see. But I'm asking you.
Before the combine, I really thought I watched a couple games, some throws that he made to these receivers that he has. Very similar. Last year we talked about. Well, Jaden had those two receivers, Neighbors and Brian Thomas. That's why he's so good. He still made some really good throws.
He made some ridiculous throws.
I was really excited about him. And then the combine, he had a rough combine. I can't take too much into the combine. As far as a natural passer, I don't think he's that natural. I think he's more of a muscle-bound guy. You remember Jake Locker back in the day? Big, strong Jake Locker. Yeah. He's like that. And Jake Locker went
seventh pick in the draft.
That's who he kind of reminds me of. Big, strong, physical type guy with a little bit of inaccuracies, but a tough guy. And somebody's going to fall in love with his toughness and his winning attitude. Maybe it's Vegas, back up Geno Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then if you throw him in the game, then you're happy because he can get you first down with his legs. And you can work with his fundamentals. You can work with his accuracy, all that stuff. When you're playing backup quarterback, your responsibility is to help the starter, make sure you get him ready, and get yourself ready. Put yourself in all the situations and continue to work on your craft. And I think he's got that ability because he has the size, right? He's got the arm strength.
Yeah.
He's got athletic ability. Just continue to work on your fundamentals, and maybe you'll grow into a hell of a prospect in a couple of years.
He has like all the intangibles that you want from a guy, right? From a leadership standpoint, losing to Michigan and then going through the gauntlet to win the national championship. And he played good. He made some ball, threw the ball down the field a couple times on deep corner routes, big post, skinny post. He was shredded on the money, shredded him. And I like that he's played a ton of football. He played at Kansas State for his first 3 years, transferred over to Ohio State, made that jump. Ohio State went out and saw something in him. They brought him in, and everybody at Ohio State talked about, hey, it's natty or bust. That's it. And he did it. And he was able to overcome a couple losses and figured out a way to get it done. I think from an intangible standpoint, from a size standpoint, he's a leadership standpoint, he's got a lot about him that you gotta like.
You take Quinn Ewers, for instance. Let's say we're comparing the two. Quinn's probably a little more accurate. They're both winners, right? They're both tough son of a guns.
Yeah.
The difference is if I'm calling plays and I want one of these guys on my team, this guy is 6'4", 240 pounds. And this guy can do some quarterback design runs. This guy, I can open up the playbook a little bit more for a young quarterback. I can have more success with him because of his ability to run. The zone reads, the RPOs, the quarterback design runs, the quarterback powers. Let's get empty. Let's pull the guard. Bang. Let's run right direct punch right at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he can do that. Look at his size. Look at his legs, man. This is a big sucker. I would rather have him than some of the guys in the draft just because I can do some more stuff with him, and he's a great kid, and he'll work hard, and I think he can get better and better and work on some of his flaws with his arm accuracies.
I think there's one or two teams out there that really like this guy. Maybe not first round but late first, second round. And they saw him throw at the combine and were like, yes. everybody's off of him.
Yeah,
but I've always liked him. That doesn't deter me. Like, I don't really care about throwing at the combine, but I like all the other things about, and I can develop this guy. Like, he's got enough about him that he's going to be good.
When I was at Cincinnati, we had to have a quarterback. Carson Palmer said he ain't coming back. I'm offensive coordinator. We got no quarterback on the roster. We have Jordan Palmer and Dan Lefevre. That's it. So I really liked Andy Dalton going on. We were going to get Cam Newton. And I wanted Andy Dalton. And so at the combine, I was like, throw it in the dirt. That's probably what you're talking about. Yeah,
exactly. Like, everybody's like on him, this guy threw terrible, whatever. There's a few teams out there that could care. Like, they're excited because, like, now he's off a couple teams, but that's the guy they want to go get. I feel like that could be
I can see
him.
why. I mean, if you watch him play against Oregon in some of these games, not against Michigan, but he has enough. If you put on his highlight reel of good plays, you're like, shoo, take this sucker.
Yeah.
Then you got Debbie Downer bringing in the highlight. Here's the bad plays.
Yeah.
Here's his combine. Holy But I would always err on the positive side.
I called a couple of Ohio State games this past year, and I watched him play at Kansas State because that was in the Big 12. I love watching the Big 12. His not going to Ohio State was the deep ball. Everybody talked about it. Can't throw the deep ball. And we were getting our film scripts and getting ready to go on to go on air. It's like, that's the thing. But when you watched him play this year, from game one to winning the national championship, he improved dramatically.
Yeah.
Pushing the ball down the field, his accuracy down the field, his play actions. Yeah, I know he had a good sell with those running backs, and receivers were good. That Jeremiah Smith or whatever his name is.
Probably the best player in football.
But he really did a nice job all year long of kind of going after the things that maybe everyone else thought were weaknesses, and he got better and better, and that's encouraging for me. So
you're hoping that the ceiling's a little higher, right?
Yeah, I do. I think it is.
That's why you take him.
That's right.
Big, strong, athletic, great kid, proven winner, high ceiling. Let's go get this guy. Somebody will.
Where do you guys think Will Howard will go? Drop a comment below. Drop a like. Tell me what you love about Will Howard. Make sure to subscribe to Clean Pocket. Jay and I will have more quarterback breakdowns, and AQ and Justin have you covered on all the offensive line.
Clean Pocket is sponsored by BetterHelp. Think about your favorite leaders, mentors, and idols. They don't have all the answers, but they do know when to ask questions or seek support from their community. I can remember back in 2008, I was coaching with my brother for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He got fired. I got fired. Then while I was working with the Arena League as a head coach, the Arena League folded. So not only did I get fired from my brother's job in Tampa Bay, the Arena League, who I worked for and played for, also folded. So I had to rely on family and other people that I grew up with just to talk to and have some support and try to figure out my next move with two young children. It's very important to have a support group, tight family people, friends that know you and what you like, and also what you need to do moving forward, and have the confidence in your abilities as well. So it's a very difficult situation you can run into, but having help other than yourself trying to figure it out, or somebody you can talk to and help along the way, is very, very important. BetterHelp can be that support system for you. BetterHelp is a fully online therapy service that serves over 5 million people worldwide. You can access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credited therapists with a wide range of specialties. Build your support system with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/pocket today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/pocket.